Oh yeah, Eagles wear boxing. This one is for the crew. They always late, so I'm late. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yep. Can't believe. Oh, Oakland. Every time I look up, it's something else about Oakland. Oakland, California, man. Don't if you guys traveling, if you travel out west or you live out west, this if you're going through Oakland, know where you're going because it's wild over here, man. I'm talking about wild, wild, wild. This is the wild, wild west Oakland right now. I mean, they wild out there, baby. Closing down everything over there. Closing down the Chevron gas stations. I don't know if you guys have those everywhere. Closing down Denny's. I don't know how many. Maybe they only got one. They should have like 50 of them, but they probably got one. Another burger joint. Other businesses. It's just not looking good, man. It's like they got more street tents than they got houses over there. It's just getting worse, man. It's getting worse and worse over there. This whole California, I don't understand what they doing here. They trying to. Um, I heard they doing this on purpose. That they actually created this so-called atmospheric river. I don't know. I've been around for a little while, man. I've never heard that term. I'm not a meteorologist. That's what they call them, meteorologist. I'm not one of those guys. But I've never heard that term. Atmospheric river. Never heard it. Just never heard it. That's crazy. But they were, for some words that I heard that they admitted that they had, started up some kind of a cloud seeding program. They wanted to test out and see how much, something like how much rain they could actually create, with their new seeding process. Even though it poisons us, it's like we're not part of it. Like I said, I always tell people I'm in somebody else's nightmare. And man, to be honest, the only way you can get out of this because nobody's ever gonna. It's not gonna be enough people to stand up ever. Everybody's just gonna go there and well, that's the government. They do what they want to do, and so nobody's ever gonna stand up. So I can look at it like this: is that the only way I can get out of here, man, is when I'm out of here. That's the only way you can get out of this nightmare. That's your choices. It's either live the nightmare. That's why some people don't take it, man. They like, nah, okay, that's my choice. I live your nightmare. I live in your nightmare, or I get out. Okay, I'm out. It's crazy, 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 man. That's just wild. I don't know what to say about this place, man. I just don't know what to say. I mean, as far as like having words, you try to have words that's inspirational and all that, but what, what you gonna use as far as inspirational words? I mean, what can you use? I don't know what to use because it seems like no matter what, no matter how rational the your point of view, I don't want to say argument, but no matter how rational your point of view, you're gonna come. There's always gonna be opposition. It's like, man, why is there ops everywhere? Like everywhere for no reason. They just come out of the woodwork for no way, for no reason. I mean, I see them still coming out like they come out and they hate LeBron. Which I mean, I don't. I mean, why are you wasting your energy? You waste your energy to hate Floyd Mayweather, to hate all these fighters and athletes. Why are you wasting all this time to hate? See, wasting all this time to hate, man. You could be doing something, man. Why don't you invent something, and then don't tell nobody about it? Just prosper off of it, something. It's just I don't get it. No, I'm trying to. I see you, brother. Derek Bailey up in here. What's that deal, Derek? I need advice from y'all today, man. Yeah, Eagle came in. I came in for advice, man. I'm trying to get it. This is Eagle's day of advice, man. This one why it's like why. I mean, I can understand why some people just don't get stuff. Some people are a little bit slow. We got a couple people in here that's slow. Yeah, yeah, we got people in here that's really slow. So I can understand this being slow, but why are you just stuck on being slow? And like I said, there's no way I can't change you from being slow. If you're slow, you're just slow. I can't change you from being slow. But it's like, why is the group so big, man? I think we got to go back and we got to look at the whole. We got to look at education, Derek, as a whole. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got to do. We got to go back and look at education, as a whole. And we got to look at the education, the ones that are all these students that are great. Let's say the upper, and I'm not talking about the ones that go on to get like degrees, um, and get their masters and doctors and stuff like that. I mean, they're part of the problem too. Because they're on stage a lot. But as far as like the new media and stuff, all these smart, educated people they feel like they're scientists, but they don't really have they might have a bachelor's or something like that, but they just don't have they haven't put it together to find out that their education was a miseducation. Is that an album? That's an album, right? Is that an album? Is it miseducation? Which anytime somebody tries to tell you the truth, man, it's just like you just don't get it. People don't get it. It's like it's the miseducation. That's what it is. It's the miseducation. And our miseducation is what's killing us. That's our miseducation. Because people are not, they just ain't gonna get it. They don't get that you went through the same process as I did, and a lot of other people did. Might have 12 years of school. You might have 13, 14, 15, 16. The higher you go up, probably the dumber you got, to be honest. Because if it took you that long, if it took you 18 years of school, like me, 18, 19 years of school, to learn that all this stuff was bullshit, then you might have been a little bit. You could have been a little bit slower, or you could have just. You needed that uh, confirmation. You needed the affirmation just to know. You wanted to just affirm. Okay, this is how it really is. That it really is this crazy out here. Is that they really are teaching us theories and stuff, and we're really gonna hang our hats on it with no proof. Like almost like water's H2O. And a lot of people make this up. I've heard even comedians talk about this. That water, that you can make everything. They make all these other chemicals, and they use water, but they can't make water. Even till this day, you still can't make water, but you need water in a lot of your formulations. But what they don't understand is water can take on every form. You can make a statue out of water. These people just don't get it. There it is. Derek said Lauren Hill's album. That's what it is. Yeah. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz. He said salute brother at Eagles Web. And at Derek Bailey. That's Bruce. Derek Bailey said salute to Eagles Web. Said they don't know why they hate. Yeah, people don't know why they hate. They're dumbing down society and hiding information. Yeah. Okay, so the conversation that me and you understood about the new Ali, his grandson, is it's okay. It's okay. Um, the Ali legacy it will roll on. Everybody will eventually have that same problem, and I'm kind of talking a little bit in code, but I'm talking to you so you understand what I'm talking about. So everybody will have that problem. But see, the thing is, the reason we look at that as being a problem there is because we're looking at physicality. That's what we're looking at. You know, but the thing that has this doesn't have the physicality when you look at it, or if you've ever seen it, which you can't. It's harder to see than what you would. It's easier to feel and absorb than it is to see. And I noticed that energy outside, and that energy that is passed from generation to generation. That's the more necessary part. You understand? I think you understand what I'm saying. So that's the more necessary part that needs to be passed on. The physicality is one thing, but that the that the energy that's passed on from generation to generation. That's what really counts. You know what I mean? Are you gonna stand? Do you stand for what's righteous? Are you gonna stand up for what's right? So that's that deal right there. Now, as far as these fights, I came back on. I kind of making fun of you guys because you guys like to come in late all the time. Everybody comes in. Well, I was a little bit later than you guys usually come. You guys been coming in late, so I said, I could be coming late. Let me make a show up for my people. Let me make them up a show. But Derek said salute to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Yeah, but I said let me come in late and bother my people. I said let me come in and just give them a hard time because they always give ego a hard time. So let me come in and give them a hard time because they always want to just come moseying in or whatever. Here's a question real quick. So what do you think about Benavidez, Terrence Crawford, and Canelo? Should they just abandon Canelo? Just say forget it. Just not try to fight Canelo. I know we need fights, but we gotta get some fights in. And I know one thing I see that Ryan Garcia is all out of character. I saw that little run in he had with Haney. I'm not saying it was staged, but he didn't look like he was really about that action though. He was yelling a lot. Yeah, he was in Haney's face a lot. Cause Haney ain't the type that's gonna be pushing you and stuff like that. He a Muslim and everything else. He's not gonna do all that. But Ryan, you guys got to stop all this fakery and shit. Because one minute you hollering about, how religious you are. The next minute you in somebody's face calling them soft and everything else, telling them that they not about that life and all that. Where you from? Where you from that you can tell somebody that they not about that life? You got people that's about that life that don't even live in towns. They don't even live in towns with people that's about that life. You guys get it misconstrued. You get it messed up to where you think because you from Harlem that you about that life. Everybody in Harlem is not about that life. Everybody from Newark is not about that life. Everybody from Austin, Texas is not about that. Everybody from Jackson is not that. We're talking about Florida. Everybody from Jacksonville is they not about that life. Everybody from LA and Compton ain't about that life. Everybody from San Francisco and Oakland ain't about that life. There are small towns where you can go to. And matter of fact, they still put Emeryville is still now Emeryville and hit the top most dangerous place you can go to. And it's a small city. It's a small city, but your chances of getting jacked is like damn near 50% now. Something like that. That shit done went up since all this other smash and grab and all this other stuff. But what I don't understand is you guys are killing the energy. You guys have taken this thing away. Nobody even mentions the rules or how the matchups should be anymore. You guys are killing. You guys are shooting boxing in the foot. Boxing suffered a huge black eye back when they gave that money away. When they gave all that money to MTM, they felt like they, really did a disservice. Like that was a lot of money. A couple of times getting paid. But now you guys aren't entertaining enough. You guys can't bring the money into boxing. Canelo can't bring no money into boxing because he's out there. He's a millionaire, but he's got his hand out. I want my 35 million. He wants all this money on his contract. You're boring, to be honest. I'm sorry, man. To be honest, Canelo, he's boring, man. He really is boring. He can fight, but he's boring. So he really is. He's not that exciting, man. I don't get like, Canelo, ooh. I don't get excited about Canelo. Because he can win. He can barely win. And they might say dominated, or he can get dominated. He's not, now if you want to say somebody's not about that action, or don't have that cloth, he's one that don't have that cloth. I see D-Lo out there. Salute to D-Lo. He said salute to all. D-Lo be blowing my IG up, man, with all this stuff, man. He be cracking me up. I forwarded you a couple, Derek. I think I sent him back one. Man, that shit. It is too much funny stuff on the web, or not just on the web, but on these apps, man. It's just there's too much on the IG and TikTok. It's just anyway, too much. Anyway, salute to the brother. Derek said, "Yep, after Bivol beat Canelo, I don't have to see anyone else beat him." Yeah, I don't have to see nobody else beat him either. And I'm not going to get all excited. It depends on who he's fighting, if I even want to go see a fight. Like, if I want to go see him. I'm going to be honest with y'all. If Mayweather was to fight Canelo again, I would go see it. If Bivol was to fight Canelo again over here, I would go see it. If he got brave enough to fight somebody like Better BF, I'd go see it. In certain fights, I would go see. I wouldn't probably go pay to go see the Terrence Crawford fight him. I wouldn't probably pay to see Benavidez fight him. I might not. I may. Those are borderline for me. Those are because they're exciting fights, but there's a certain factor that I want to see if I'm going to watch them fight. There's a certain factor. If I'm going to go watch you live, there's a certain factor that has to be there. And a lot of times Canelo, it might be, he'll get excited for certain fights, but he might be on his withdrawal stance right there. It's like when we talking about Lopez the other day. It's like Lopez, you're going to bring the standard of boxing level up some days, and then some days you don't have it. No, you're going through too much, man. And a lot of people, a lot of people was complaining about this fight. They were complaining about how, I heard some girl commentators that were saying, yeah, he just don't have the ability to cut off the ring and get the stuff done that he needs to get done. And see, that's the thing. If you're gonna be a champion, you're gonna act humble 1 minute, and then that you let that bipolar shit, kick in, and then you're going crazy. I don't know. And the same thing with Ryan Garcia. He's bipolar too. All these mental people, man, it's just crazy. It's just like what they doing to the boxing, man. Like I said, man, this might be my last go raw, or hoorah, or whatever you want to call it. I might have to give up on this. I'm gonna have to take up another, and I don't want to take up these big money sports, because it's money, too much money. When boxing gets money in it again, it'll be worth watching at least. When they bring money back to boxing, at least it'll be worth watching. You know, I was trying to tell these idiots over here they thought that San Francisco was gonna win. I said, no, they're not gonna win, man. I said you got to follow the money. Football and all this basketball and shit is money, man. It's a business. They already told you it's a business. But y'all keep getting stuck on, oh yeah, this is professional. You think it's professional sports. It used to be professional sports. Y'all got to stop that, man. Stop that childlike thinking, man. All this stuff is money, man. We getting played. Even though we get excited and we talk about this and that, we go through these different scenarios, we still getting played. But how long are we going to sit here and how long are we going to get played, though? That's the whole point. Yep. Yep. But Derek said it's not as exciting now for Benavidez' fight. They should have fought already. Yeah, it's too late. It's like, I don't know what Canelo will do against Benavidez. I don't know either. I don't know. It looked like Garcia was acting. Yeah, I know. It's just too much. They doing too much. But him it's kind of crazy. It's funny that these Hispanic guys or whatever, these Latino guys are acting bipolar. But anyway, yeah, D-Lo got the thumbs up. He said he hit that thumb. He said that Canelo is above average. Yeah, okay, but is Canelo superior to you, D-Lo? What is he? What kind? Give me one word that describes Canelo. Because we got elite, we got great, we got good, and you whatever word you want to use. Everybody, if you guys can, give me one word to describe Canelo, to describe his so-called, if he's great or not. But Dilo says he's above average. Yes, he's above average. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. That's a safe statement. Derek Bay says salute at Dilo, but Dilo said that wheelchair Jake Breaks video was sad but funny. Yeah, that was sad, man. Yeah, it was like, wow. Hey, that was a good one though. You be coming up with some good ones, man. The celebration one with that little kid dunking that basketball had me on the floor, man. Because he was doing that little caveman celebration. Yeah, he was doing that little caveman celebration after he dunked the ball. He said, I'm not paying money to see Canelo fight anyone but Benavidez or Crawford out of the names mentioned. Oh, okay. In either case, I would be buying to support the other fighter. Yeah. I don't know if I may, like I said, I might. No, I'm talking about going to. I wouldn't want to, I could pay for them at home, but I don't want to get caught up in all that. I don't want to get caught up in all that stuff. See, I would have a reason to go to the MTM fight. I got other reasons to go to that fight, so that's why I would go to that. Or even Andre Ward coming out of retirement and putting hands on him. I would go to that too. Yep. Wheelchair Jake. Oh, you didn't see that one? That's all right. I'll forward it to you. If I still got it, I don't know. Sometimes they take them down, man. I'll forward that one to you. I know I sent you the one with the little kid. I could have swore I sent you that one. I don't have my phone in here right now. But I could have swore I sent you the other one. Which other one did I send you, Derek? I know I sent you two. One was little kid and one was grown folks. Yep. Derek Bay said Ryan should just be himself. He can't trash talk. Yeah, all this. See, and that's what people see. Like, the thing about it is, yeah, you're bringing in new people from the new media. Yeah, you're bringing in new people. But you got to realize we're still here. We didn't go nowhere. So although you doing all this extra selling and all this stuff to new people, we just for us it's just disgusting to us. It's disgusting behavior to us because we've been here. We're not new to this. So we already been here. So it's like, you know, what are you doing? Why are you all in somebody's face? And the reason he's trying to hype it up too, see, I kind of get what he's doing too though, is he's trying to force Haney's hand because he really want that contract. He want that contract, but it's his fault that he lost the contract in the first place. You move on to go fight somebody else, but then oh no, my bad. This other thing didn't work out. I guess I'm gonna come back. I'll see you, Gil. Salute to Gil. Gil Cole's in the house, y'all. Yeah. D'Lo said everyone was oh shit, here we go. I got lost my there's always something popping up on the screen. I got this cleaner app. It wants to come and clean it wants to clean my live. I'm like, leave my stuff alone for right now. Come back later and after the show, and then we'll clean up. Yeah, everyone was acting at the Garcia and Haney message. Yeah, but that's we don't need all that extra shit. But D'Lo said respectable. Okay, that's a good safe word. I like that, D'Lo. The Canelo. What about you, Derek? Anybody give me one word to describe Canelo? D'Lo said respectable. I might have to bite off of what D'Lo said. And plus, but I have to, even if I use your word, D'Lo, if I use respectable, it has to have quotation marks around it. Because it's respectable with conditions. So I would say mine is respectable with conditions. So I might just use conditional. He's a conditional fighter, so I think that worked better for me. He said, right, did you see Bill acting like he was trying to get someone? Okay, talking to D'Lo, yeah. D'Lo said, yeah, that kid was proud of that. That kid was proud of that dunk. That thing came down on that head, though. Yeah, he was doing the caveman growl. He was cracking me up, man. Oh, okay, you mean pay-per-view. Okay, yeah, he said, I'll go see that shit pay-per-view. He said, I ain't trying to go. Yeah, I would watch Ward versus Frotch again. He hate Ward for some reason. Yeah, but Frotch he fought Ward wrong. He just fought him wrong and got his ass whooped. That's it. And I don't know if he can actually do any better against Ward, especially now. Ward he's one of them sneaky type of fighters. When I say sneaky, he's one of those type of fighters that you just don't know about. They stay in the gym. Him and like even when Sugar Ray Leonard retired, you could tell Sugar Ray Leonard was staying in the gym. Sugar Ray Leonard did not go. Sugar Ray Leonard when he retired didn't even go up to like 170, or probably not even. He didn't even go up to 165. You know what I mean? Some of these fighters that you could tell, like Evander Holyfield when he first retired. And matter of fact, Evander Holyfield still looked like he's in shape. He still didn't like. He never blew up, but he has a small frame anyway. He never was supposed to be that. He's never supposed to have all that muscle on him or something like that. Anyway, I got you, Gil. Gil said something equals weird. Yeah, that kid Duncan. I forgot the other one. Yeah, I'll see about that truck. Hey, that one's too. You know what? If I still have that one to send it to you, Derek, you can don't shake your head at me. Shake your head at D'Lo. Because D'Lo does that. I told D'Lo I'm gonna stop messing with. Because D'Lo send me stuff like that all the time, man. It make me laugh though. I might be down a little bit there today, and then D'Lo. Once I click on my IG and I see D'Lo's name pop up, and there's a message. I know he ain't asking me nothing. I know he's not gonna ask me nothing, brother. I know he's gonna share something with me. Yep. But Derek Bay say salute to Gil Cole. Gil Cole's right back at there with the 100. Yeah, Gil Cole said Ryan turned Devin's lights off. You think he's going to turn his lights off? Nah, I don't think. Derek said decent. He has been cherry picking for a long time. Yeah, so nobody's giving him something this solid. I mean, I'm giving him conditional. I was kind of feeding off of what D'Lo said. D'Lo said respectable. I say conditional, and you say decent. It's like those aren't the see. That's the whole point. So we're not. It's no means that we're experts. You guys are experts, not me. But so we're not experts with with boxing and stuff like that. But it's like we like to gather and talk a little bit about it. I would say that for a champ, for somebody who's supposed to be such a decorated champ, the words that we're using should never see him. You know what I mean? They should never be an adjective to describe him. You know what I mean? Yeah. We should be using other words. We shouldn't be using respectable. Oh, decent. Energetic. That's not those ain't the words. That's the words they use in other sports when somebody is not quite as athletic as other people. But or even in boxing sometimes they use words like that. So they'll say, "Oh, he's very enthusiastic." Like they had a total mismatch. I was watching. I don't know. One guy was a darker brown skin. The other guy was a light skinned guy. I don't know what their nationalities was. But this guy, he was taller, skinny guy. Came up with his hands just like this. He was bouncing like a kangaroo. And the other guy was just throwing clean shots. Needless to say, the guy that was like this, bouncing around like a kangaroo, went to sleep in like, I would say 25 seconds within the fight. Yeah. But yeah, Ryan does not have the skill set to beat Haney. I'm sorry. He's just not. Derek Bay said decent. He has been cherry. Okay, yeah. I read that cherry picking all the time. Froch fighting Fury Daddy. He said, yeah, Ray never carried a lot of weight. Yeah. Derek said, okay, yeah. I'll send it to you. Ryan's going to land that left. That's the one thing. See, the thing about it, when you fight Haney, if Haney's so disciplined, if all you got is one weapon, he's never going to get that weapon off. He's not. He couldn't get it off. And I think Devin Haney is more technically sound when it comes to defense than Gervonta Davis. He could never land it on Gervonta Davis. So he's damn sure not going to land it on Haney because Davis gets hit. Davis stands there. He waits. He waits to counter your ass with something big. Because he was trying that counter. When he fought Rolly, he was trying that counter forever. But then he came to his senses when he got against the ropes. He said, oh shit, this is good. Now I'll be able to counter him. And sure enough, he was able to counter him off the ropes. But he had been trying that shot throughout the fight. And what he does is he usually feeds off of people that does what he did. People that try to counter and do certain stuff against him, that's what he does. He counters what you do. So Tank can be just as easily countered as he's sitting waiting to counter you. But you got to see it like, oh, he said, nah, we can see it at home like, oh, he's waiting to get this counter up in here. Devin gets hit a lot, but he's not gonna get hit with just a shot that you think you're gonna hit him with. That's why they were saying Regis didn't have nothing for him, and they proved it. He didn't have nothing for him. And that 140, I don't know. Haney's he's a big boy. He's a big boy. I don't know if one clip is gonna take. I don't know if Ryan's gonna be able to land that clip. And it's not like Haney's slow. He's taller than Tank. You said Haney gets hit a lot. Haney don't get hit a lot. Not like Tank. You can watch sometimes Tank get hit. You can see some rounds where Tank fought and Tank might land one or two punches for the whole round and the rest he's just taking punches. If you guys agree with Gil, put up a G. If you agree with Eagle, put up an E. When he's talking about Devin gets hit a whole lot. And so versus Tanks, you think there's Does Tank get hit more or not? I think Tank gets hit more. But because the thing is, Tank allows itself to get hit more. That's one of the keys too. He allows itself to get hit. But all this extra selling stuff is not doing anything for me. He said Devin got BCD. Devin has never been down, man. Devin's been hurt. I mean, he didn't look no worse than Canelo looked when Canelo got hurt. If you go back and look at the Cotto fight when he buzzed the shit out of Canelo, if he knew how to put the pressure on, we think he probably could have took Canelo out. It's no different. His legs looked matter of fact, he looked less stable than Haney did. Haney was kind of staggering. Same thing when Maidana caught Floyd Mayweather at the bell. Mayweather was kind of shook and legs was kind of buckling. It's just that's the whole thing. See, here's the point. And Haney will win anyway. But if he did get buzzed during the fight, he's not gonna get buzzed again. Oh, Dillon said that. Yo, you had to go out and come back? Okay, brother. Said Tank got a chin. I don't know how strong Tank's chin is. I heard Tank been down before in sparring, but that's sparring. I heard Earl Spence boy was putting hands on him. Yep, I heard he was putting hands on him. Made him so mad they wanted to go take off gloves and stuff. yeah. He was on him so tough. He like just take it out in the park. He wanted to take it out in the parking lot. He said all three had baby deer legs. Yeah. Well, Floyd don't have. Yeah, they all. But Floyd, yeah, Floyd don't usually get. He didn't usually get buzzed. He got buzzed a couple of times. Maybe a few fights he got like shook. But that's the whole thing. Is just your legs are strong though. That's the whole thing. Your legs try to go down, but a lot of people's legs. I'm telling you, boxers' legs have gotten them. A boxer's legs is probably one of the most important things you can have in boxing. And I'm gonna say this: boxers. Like not all boxers, but boxers' legs have cost them their own longevity. And don't make me have to explain that. And yes, you guys need me to explain that. But anyway, D-Lo says salute to Gil Coles. Yep. Dev ain't gonna get buzzed. He's getting knocked out, Gil said. Nothing I have ever seen from Okay, I gotta go out. I gotta go to you guys' page to see what D-Lo said. He said nothing I've seen from Martin leads me to believe that, if that's who you mean. Oh. No, I'm just saying. I was talking about Haney. I'm talking about Haney and Gervonta Davis. Which one gets hit the most? And I'm still saying that. I still think Tank gets hit the most because Tank, but in this is easy because Tank allows itself to get hit the most. You said you wouldn't be surprised if Garcia. Okay, who are you going for? D-Lo, who you going for if we get this fight? Who you going with? I'm gonna stick with Haney just based on boxing skills. Because if I bank on that shit, I'm gonna be banking on that same shit that they was banking on with him, with Garcia when it came to Tank. Because all his fanboys was banking on, Ryan catching him, and putting him out. He's not gonna be that type to put out. I think Tank definitely stops Haney inside 6. No. I'm talking about Ryan Garcia. I don't think Tank beats him that early. Because if I think Tank beats him that early, that means I think that that Haney can't survive as long as Dela Cruz or what's his name, Dela Cruz or somebody like that. I think Haney can. I think that Tank will have to press real hard. Maybe somewhere inside the championship rounds that he can finally get to him. But I say if Tank haven't caught him by 10, if he haven't even caught him by 10, he's not gonna catch him. That's the whole thing about Tank. If Tank don't catch him If Tank don't catch him like earlier, he's not. I don't think he's gonna catch him. The same thing with Ryan. If Ryan don't catch him, if he doesn't catch him, or if he catches him and doesn't, it just hurts him only. This hurts him a little bit. He'll never get that chance again. He'll come charging in. Yeah, Ryan, he ain't consistent. He's just like his other boy. He's like his boy Tio. I see. That's why I was asking last week what everybody thought about Tio this week. I'm like, please. There are a lot of people thinking that hey, it wasn't that good. He didn't look good. Like he just looked like he didn't do enough to win. A lot of D was a little bit upset about it, but she was saying that it shouldn't be that whole case of you got to take the championship. It says that the a champ should have to work to keep the championship, and that makes sense. It makes sense to me. I think you should have to work hard enough to keep your championship. You shouldn't. It shouldn't be like, oh, if he ain't knocking me out, then it's mine. You said it doesn't matter how long or less fighters went. Yeah, but it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense to me. And I know this ain't the same era that it was when like Ali and them fought. That how some of the fights went longer and some of them went short. Like George Foreman would put certain fighters out, and some of them was longer. Like Lyles, he couldn't put him out in 2 or 3 rounds. Stuff like that he had to go. And I'm kind of basing it on. I'm not trying to disrespect Haney's skill set. I'm trying to say that I think Haney is responsible enough to not let somebody put him out in like 1 2 rounds. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think they've been pretty consistent with their game plans and stuff too. They're good game plans. You know what I mean? Ryan gets frustrated one moment in that fight. He's gonna be all wild. He's gonna be just swinging, just trying to throw left. That's what I see in my mind. I don't know what you see, Derek. I see that Ryan's gonna just go, left hook crazy, and then he might get clipped himself. It's like Reed said, you come running your ass up in there. Because I know people still got a lot of disrespect for Haney's power and stuff like that. But you come running your ass in there. He's a little bit bigger now. And we all know he don't have his power. He don't have his, like, grown man strength. But that's kind of a myth, too, though. Because usually, grown man, if you're talking about, like, real grown man strength, you don't get grown man strength until you're, like, 40 years old. Something like that. Shit, maybe 50. Some of those, the strongest men in the world, some of those guys is 50 years old. But it takes a long time to build up that kind of strength. That's why those old men, when you shake their hand and they make your hand feel like it was just made out of bones, skeleton and shit, it's like, those are older guys. That's strength. And boxing is different. They talk about old man strength, but you should develop, like, all your muscles and stuff should be developed by the time you get, like, 28, 29, somewhere around there. He still got a couple of years, Yeah. Okay, I picked Spence to get stopped earlier than Crawford. Okay, early. Stopped by Crawford quicker than Porter and Benavidez. Based on the matchup, I still think Spence was better than both. I don't see Spence. I don't know. When it comes to certain fighters, I base a lot of stuff on just on the not the underdog, but just for me, what kind of underdog was. When I say underdog, I don't necessarily mean skills and nothing like that, but the underdog, like, he done been through some, because I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and I like to see people that rise up that's been through a whole lot of stuff. Even now, granted, a lot of the stuff that he's been through was his own doing. But a lot of times I like to see people rise up. Even like that's why I be cracking up. That's why I like Davis. I like Davis more for that. But I'm not really in anybody's corner now. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm losing it when it comes to boxing. I really don't have anybody that this is my go-to. That's why I keep going to Wilder. Because those kind of guys, I want to see, the Rocky type of story with those guys. I guess I'm kind of stuck in the fantasy when it comes to that. But as far as any of these guys, I don't really like any of them, to be honest. If you want to ask me the truth, I don't like any of them. I don't care. I like boxing. If you're gonna go in there and you're gonna showcase a nice skill set, then I love that. I want to see a good fight. That's all I care. That was a good fight. I don't give a shit what the two names was. It was Suspect versus Blank Man. So Suspect versus Blank Man can end up being a better fight than two well-known so-called superstars. I'm not the one. There's other channels that hype these guys up and call them two-time or three-time, super world champion superstar boxer. I'm not calling all these guys superstars and all that. No. You get your star in Hollywood, then yeah, I guess you're a superstar. But that means something else to me. I'm on a different level. We talking on this level, but I'm on a different level at the same time. But all these guys, I just kind of gave up on all of them. If there's another sad case story, I might go with the guy. But no, don't say nothing like Big Baby Miller and stuff like that. Now those kind of stories, I don't go with those kind of stories. Now those guys, because they with those when you bring something on yourself like that, like when it comes to like driving is different than for me than being a drug addict or something or somebody who's abusing drugs. That's different. Probably not gonna mess with you. Yeah, but I kind of dropped all those. A lot of times I come in here, I just and I mess around with you guys, but yeah, but I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth. I'm trying to be honest though. I really don't have nobody that I'm not really like a fan of nobody really, because the thing about it, I don't want to be a fan of yours, and then you switch up and do some new shit that I didn't see coming. I'm sitting here, I'm Derek Bailey's fan, and then Derek do some shit that I ain't never, some unheard of or uncalled for shit like, huh? And I was your fan, now I gotta drop you. That's one thing about me. Once I pick you, I don't want to drop you, D-Lo. I got D-Lo on my team. I don't want to drop D-Lo. If D-Lo come in, he gonna speak his mind, which is good. He always gonna speak his mind. I like that. Everybody in here speak their mind. That's the one thing I respect about my people that come in here, because everybody knows that they're gonna get that shot. I don't just throw people out. I mean, in the beginning, I used to mess with people. Like I might unmod you and mod you back or something, or mess with you, or talk shit to you. Before y'all got used to me, like, oh, Eagle just messing with us. So y'all fall for Eagle's hype, y'all in trouble. Because he might say anything, but he'll tell us one thing, and then he's headed to the bank after the fight. So that's one thing you got to figure out. It's like why if you think I made a bad prediction, but I was headed to the bank after the fight or after the sporting event. Yeah, hell yeah, old man strength is next damn sure is next level. I think I missed mine. I think I might have hit mine early and then lost. I think I lost mine because I'm soft, man. I've been sitting around too much. Eagle soft now. Well, I don't know. Not when it comes to being around my people, I'm not. I don't know. I get a different spirit when I'm around my people. Yeah, but just around me, yeah. You can call me. Y'all can call me softy. Yeah, because I don't want no problems. I don't want no trouble with nobody. Something like that. Yeah. Being with D-Lo again, he said Haney wants that fight too bad, just like the Loma fight. He falls for he said he fails for Tank's traps with Tank-based guys. With moderate success, then cleans them out. Yeah, but the thing is, even when it comes to Tank versus him, he's gonna have to. Tank is not gonna be able to let Haney come in and throw punches. Because Haney's gonna throw the punches that's gonna get the round. You know what I mean? Other guys hit him and they like, oh, he's scared. He was scared punching Tank or whatever. I think I can give Tank that round. It goes back and forth. But if he's losing rounds to Haney, he's gonna lose a lot of rounds. Then he's really gonna have to turn it up. He's really gonna have to try to smoke and get Haney's chin. So I think that's the only way he can really. I think that's the only way that he beats Haney is by knockout. I don't see him to be, and this is my real opinion. I'm not gonna tell y'all one thing and then go bet something else. But I think I think he has to really beat Haney up and get him out of there. These guys have to be. You got to beat up Haney. I think you really do. And here's another positive, because I'm putting pluses and minuses. Another plus for Haney is I think Haney's stamina is going to be a lot better, at 140 than it was at 135. I had to look at that. I'm definitely a fan of the sport over its participants. Yeah, it's the sport. Because we want to see certain stuff. It's like, okay, oh, that was good. Oh, you look at that counter. That's what we want to see. We want to see that check hook. We want to see those counter punches. We want to see those great uppercuts. We want to be able to say, oh, did you see that overhand he threw? Or did you see, not what I'm talking about. When I say overhand, not like that shit with the straight arm, not like they do Wilder. They be straight. Wilder's a sucker for a straight hand overhand, a haymaker. Those ain't even overhands. Wilder is susceptible to. I call them overhands, but they more or less haymakers. Wilder is susceptible to haymakers. You gotta stop being susceptible to haymakers. Yep. D-Lo again. He said, "No, f that eagle." I want one of those type blue bud introductions when I entered the chat. No, see, and I didn't even mention nobody's name and nothing like that. D-Lo just gonna drop the bait out there like that. I'm like, I'm just not that one. I ain't that one. I don't get that excited about him, man. He got to show me every fight. D-Lo back again. He said, I'm gonna send you my video from years ago on Davis versus Haney. Years later, I still feel exactly the same way. Hopefully, the fight happens on one day, even though I'm not nearly as high on it as most. Well, I think we probably should have had it. Well, see, here's the thing about it is we're not going to see. This is what is going to hinder the fight. What's going to hinder the fight in itself is just the weight. The weight. And we get these little clauses and stuff, because Haney ain't going for no clause. So that's another thing we got to take in consideration. Haney's coming in. He's coming in the ring at 160. So you might as well look forward to that. Haney's coming in at 160. So that's another thing you got to look forward to. When all the other times he probably was coming in at like 140. He probably was coming in a little bit over 140, like 142, something like that. But now he's going to come in at 160. So I'm probably going for Davis. But I don't know. If I was betting, I'd have to look at all the scenarios, so that way I can get. I had to bet to where I can get paid on either side. Either way, my money's gonna break even, or I gotta get paid on either side. I can't go all in and they'll be like, oh, Davis in 2 rounds, and I can't do that shit. I can't be putting $2,000 on Davis in 2 rounds, because that'll be so stressful. I'll be like, damn, he didn't even hurt him the first round. I'll be like, damn, Davis, go get him this round. I'll be standing up yelling and shit from the crowd. Come on, man, knock his ass out. I'll be all mad. I'll be like, damn, it's 2 bands. I'll be like crying about my 2 bands that I'm about to lose. So nah, I had to make some decent money. I got to make some decent bets on that. I got to find out how I can cover, to both ways. If he loses, I got to figure out, how you lose, bet on some key rounds and stuff like that where I get my money back in my pocket. Yeah. Yeah, D-Lo said that Wilder need to stop turning his head which his opponent is punching. Yeah. D-Lo said he said 170. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, that's true though. No, but Wilder got to stop. Wilder just got to stop getting hit with fucking overhands. What I call not overhand. What I say? Haymaker. Wilder got to start getting hit with Wilder makers. Them shade makers. Wilder be getting hit with shade makers. You got to stop getting hit with shade makers all the time. So if you're not gonna develop your jab, develop some damn defense, man. I'm just not one of these type of guys. I'm not one of these types that think that you can't learn more shit. You get stuck in a certain style. Certain fighters will go back to their style, but every fighter that was a champion, even from these past champions, they would learn. Because even Joe Frazier, he didn't go for the rope-a-dope shit with Ali. He'll pull your ass off them ropes. where's my smoke at? Where is smoking at, man? We usually have smoking up. Where's he at? I gotta find smoking. We usually have smoking up there. This the smoke. The standing knockout when he knocked Corey out. Corey fell asleep and got back up. And see, that's why I say what I say about Tyson Fury. Because when Corey got knocked out by Frazier, when he got knocked out before he got knocked out, is that he woke up, and that's what I was talking earlier about legs. Legs have ended a lot of people's careers. Jerry Corey's legs might have ended his career. So he takes the standing knockout, and he wakes back up and continues to fight. Same thing with Tyson Fury. Well, I think Tyson Fury, when Wilder knocked him out, he was on the ground snoring, and got up and still fought. Man, something's wrong with you, man. I'm sorry, man. Something has to be wrong with you internally, inside here. Something has to be wrong when somebody knock you out like that, and you get back up and fight. I was listening to Daniel Cormier talking about. He said that boxing is way more dangerous than MMA. And somebody was asking, well, how could that be? Because you can take kicks in MMA and all this and pounding. He said, yeah, but the ref usually jumps on you when you're taking too much punishment and stops the fight. He said in boxing, you take the punishment, you go down, and they let you get back up and take some more. The ref won't necessarily stop the fight. And the crowd gets all mad. Oh, you stopped it early, because the crowd is so bloodthirsty that we want to see you obliterated. You know what I mean? We want to see you completely knocked the hell out. That's what we want. We want you out. We don't want you not out. It's like, damn, he didn't even knock him out. We get mad. We get upset when somebody don't get knocked out the way that we need them to get knocked out. Man, that ain't even the way I needed that to happen, man. That ain't how I needed it to happen, son. I needed to see him out. He wasn't out. And we even argue, no, he wasn't out, though. Even I argue sometimes, he wasn't out. Well, he might as well be out. The ref stop it. Sometimes the ref can mess up and stop him early, like before you even concussed or anything. I've seen bad equipment make a fighter go down. And I'm gonna tell you, at one point they did make bad equipment when it comes to boxing. I'm gonna tell you what it is. So before you go on crazy, it's the shoes. Remember we was talking about legs earlier. So the shoes, they used to make bad shoes. They did, like the early shoes. I would say going like after the 60s. I would say probably the mid 70s when everything got flashy. Around the 76 Olympics time, I think it was 72, 70. Around that time, I think the equipment got sloppy. Before that, in the 60s, all that, though, everything was leather bottoms and all that. So, and then they started changing canvases. So that's what I'm saying, equipment. So canvases was more slippery, more advertisement. Some of the advertisement has wax and different polymers or something like that. And so that was more slippery. And then you had the plastic bottoms on the shoes. And so that's why, and some guys were going down just, you didn't even have to do nothing. They was going down because they didn't have the grip like that there. So people say I'm not mad at my money. So I definitely won't bet against Tank if they fight. Yeah. You said you ain't mad at your money? Yeah, that's why I said if I bet, D-Lo, if you listen closely, I said if I bet, it's gonna have to be where I'm not gonna lose, where I'm gonna get my money back somehow. So I got to bet on both sides, where I can gain at least some. Where if I do lose, it'd be like 50 versus more than a couple of bands. But I ain't mad at you, D-Lo. I ain't mad at my money. Shit, D-Lo, you and your money ain't got no problems, huh? D-Lo, like I get along. Me and my money like this, son. How close is you with your money, D-Lo? Are y'all like this? I know y'all ain't like this. D-Lo said, I'm like this, son, with my money. I'm like this. So what do you guys think? So Sean Porter feels, I'm just putting up his words. I'm just paraphrasing anyway, but he feels that the zoo just don't have enough to deal with. He doesn't bring enough. He don't bring enough mastery of boxing to deal with Keith, to beat Keith Thurman. And I think Keith Thurman might have been out a little bit, too long. I know Gil's going to 100% go get him. He said, Dino said, we pretty tight. Yeah, he said, I'm pretty tight with my money. So you don't just be letting it. Dino said, I don't just let my money go. My money just can't leave my hand like that. Just going out on venture. Just be venturing out and shit. No, my money can't just be venturing out on his own. Like, no, son, you can't just be venturing out. I'm gonna hold on to you for a second. Yeah, I was saying earlier, yeah, that I was looking at this broadcast as they were saying that they're actually trying to do a special seeding of the clouds over in California, man. They done flooded these people out, man. And a lot of people done died behind that, man. And you sitting there playing God, your rendition or your expectation of God, you're trying to play that role for what? At the expense of people because of the droughts in California. It's dry here, but I ain't never seen it dry to where the point where there's no lakes or nothing else where they can get water. Matter of fact, there's a story, if y'all look it up. There's which is coming back. The Tulare, look up Tulare Lake. Tulare Lake was the biggest freshwater, the west of the Mississippi. It was the biggest body of water west of the Mississippi, and it was more like they had the cattails out there. It was kind of like it's marshlands like the lands they talk about in Australia. It was like that. It was like the wetlands. It was a big area. You know, plenty of fish, plenty of like wildlife, certain deers out there. And early 1900s, they decided, hey, we can grow crops out here. Forget that lake. And so they displaced the natives and stuff and drained the lake. And now what? That lake is trying to come back. So while they're sitting here trying to play God, I know they didn't want that lake to come back, but that lake is trying to come back. See? You mess with Earth too much, man. Earth knows how to get back at you. Now, Earth can't repair itself from all the poison that man has done to it now. But I wouldn't say that just because it can't repair itself don't mean that it won't heal itself. Because it could take all this trash that we done plowed up on it and just decided that, I'm just going to fold these mountains over. Oh, we'll hide that trash. We'll put that trash under a billion tons of pressure. It'll decay then. Oh, no, that might be up here. Some people get that and some people can't. Some people get that, but some people can't get that. Yeah, so this lake was gone since the early 1900s. This lake, that's native people. So the native people were displaced. Is out there. I go out there sometime. I go out there to. I don't think they have no fights out there. They probably should, but it's called Tachi. So I go to Tachi Casino. So I go out there every once in a while. My friend, he likes to play slot machines, but he likes to pay for everything. So yeah, I take his ass out there. If he wanted to go, I said, no problem, we go to Tachi. You want to go? We go out there and get a room. So, I go out there and have fun with it. It's fun. Meet a couple of people out there. Go talk to the natives, the replacement natives. I can't get mad at them because they're still my family. I look at everybody. You guys are my family. I look at everybody as my family. I don't have no ill respect for nobody. Because the thing is, you're not going to get me stuck on some color shit. You're not going to get me stuck on some color stuff. Because I've had people that was my brown skin that was evil as I don't know what. And I've had people with light skin that was just as wonderful as they could be. They make sure they take care of you. Anything you ever need. Huh? Anything I ever need. I ain't never had nobody tell me anything I ever need and mean it. Because some people say, if it's anything you ever need, don't hesitate. And you call them too many times, like, man, you need to start hesitating. They want you to start hesitating. No, there's a like I said, there's a girl that I know. She's kind of, she's struggling and stuff like that. So I've always seen my people, my aunties, and I get this. I get my compassion. I think. Now my passion, I don't get from the females, but being like more like compassionate for other people. Not that they was always compassionate, but to caring. I'll put it that part. The compassionate part, that's caring for people and people's well being. That comes from the females in my family. That don't come from the males in my family. Not that the males was just all gangsters all the time, but it's just like I just didn't get that from them. But just knowing, but just seeing. So I get from fathers. So this, not boxing. So grown folk. What I get from fathers is fathers have a different way. Like they have a different way. That like their love is like they want to. Their love is showing you stuff. Like we're gonna do this, son, or whatever. That's what fathers do. Fathers like they show you what you gonna do, and and then they give you the hug afterwards after you get it done. Say that's right, son. That's how you do it, or whatever like that. And they show you how to stand up. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're gonna be. This is how you be a man or whatever. Fathers are more like that because mothers, they a lot of times they ain't gonna show you. They show you one time on something. They say, "I told you," or they just, I don't know. That's how it was in my family. It was just they the strong arm of the law. That's it. Yeah. But when fathers was doing something that they loved to do, they were real passionate about sharing. Not that mothers wasn't either, because mothers in the past were. I don't know I don't know with this new wave of people. I don't know. I don't know the structure no more, Dilo. I used to know the structure, but I don't know. I don't even know the structure no more like I used to. So it used to be a different type of structure. Yeah. But everything is so different now. It's like I can't call it because I don't really know what a family structure should be now because it might be illegal to have a regular family structure. And for me, and right now, and I'm single too, so I'll probably, congratulations to everybody who has a mate that they want to stay with forever. But that probably is not gonna happen for me. That's just probably not gonna happen because it's just like I can't deal with some of the new. I'm not the new wave type of person. I'm just not. I mean, a lot of the stuff that the young girls do is cute. Like I said, they give me like nicknames and stuff like that. A lot of stuff they do is cute, and I don't know. I've been kind of spoiled up, man. I don't. For some reason, I never got treated regular. I never got treated regular for some reason. And I always wanted that. I always wanted to be treated like, not forced into, but I always wanted to be treated like, I was needed, and I was needed by you and you need me, and we don't have to have nobody else involved. But it was never like that. It was crazy with me, man. It's always like, I mean, so many girls, it's just, when you get told that you need, that's like saying that you're greedy. But it's like, when you get told that you need more than one woman, that's like, for me, I never wanted to hear stuff. I don't want to hear stuff like that. Oh, you need a few women. You can't just, one girl can't handle you like that. I'm like, what you mean? Maybe they can't because they're not, I didn't raise them. They're not built because I'll do a lot of the cooking, but you can cook. And I mean, if you don't want to clean, if you want to be a woman that cleans or cooks, then don't buy shit. That's all I can say. That's the easiest way. If you don't want to cook, or no, not just cook, but I don't care. The cooking part shit, I just order out, I guess, or make my shit or order out. Don't cook. But if you don't want to clean, then don't buy nothing. I get some towels. I have my own towels, my clothes. I make sure I send my shit to the cleaners. And you don't want to clean your shit, just wear your shit dirty. But if you ain't cleaning, my stuff going to the cleaners. And if you don't want to vacuum and dust furniture and all that, then hey, just don't buy no furniture. I'm fine without no. I got a phone. If I got a phone and a couple of speakers, got my music and something to watch every once in a while. As long as I got my stuff for work, I don't need it. I got a chair in the bed. We got a couch in the bed. If you get embarrassed, you don't want somebody to tell, hey, The reason we don't have all the furniture is because she don't want to clean nothing. She don't want to dust nothing off or whatever. We can share. I mean, I'm gonna do some of it, but you damn sure you don't be sitting home just doing nothing. You don't want to do nothing, so it's like I asked the girl once, "Are you gonna take care of me? You know, I'll take care of you." She's like, she acted like it was killing her to want to take care of somebody. And they if I make a commitment, you got to make one too. Damn it. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna be the only one to make the commitment. But it is what it is, though. But maybe we'll get these fights and stuff. Hopefully, Friday. I think I'm in. I don't know what we're gonna do. Uh, I might do trivia with y'all, but I'll probably do I'll do like a I'll let y'all know if I'm gonna do it though. We haven't done one in a long time. We gotta get a good one. We gotta get one that nobody else has. Shit, I done lost my questions. I should have wrote them down. I got too much I'm thinking about, so I done lost some of my questions. But yeah, I know I'll think of some good ones. Yeah. I missed that D-Lo because we used to have some good stuff. I mean, we had stuff that okay, so this is what they used to be like the seconds. That seconds was funny though. Those seconds is in there. That was funny. That why they were in there. I was like, wow, it was all. So the thing is, this is where we're making our stupid mistakes at. And when we talked about those seconds back in the day, those seconds it's the same thing today. Hey, get your ass out there. Get your ass out there and finish the fight. So I guess Sean Porter didn't get the memo. Yeah, he didn't get the memo. Some of these fighters didn't get that memo that they were supposed to get. That's why we don't get that's why we don't get that action like we need. But anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all of y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is. Eagles Wear Boxing, man. It's always nothing but peace, man. And peace in amazing days to y'all, man. I had to change what I say, I don't want y'all to be less, so, yeah. Yeah, come see us some more, D-Lo. You come through. I know y'all probably drive. What you doing, Derek? Driving? Don't worry, I'm going to forward that thing over to you, man. Don't forget about that. I ain't forget about that, brother.